Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week, today I'll be doing a favorites video for the month of January. Crap. Pumpkin pie flavored chapstick by the Chapstick brand. I have pretty much always bought the cherry flavored chapstick. This is just my go-to. However, I decided to branch out. Kind of a big deal. I love pumpkin pie flavored anything. And it's kind of funny because then this favorite is also pumpkin pie. So, the Mineral Veil by Bare Essentials Beauty looks like this. I've been using this to set my makeup with, my foundation specifically, and I really like it. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, you can't see, it's too bright. Okay, you definitely can't see that, but it's not really colored. It's got like maybe a kind of a peach tone. And I feel like it does a really good job of soaking up the excess oil. I have a pretty oily face. It gets very shiny throughout the day, so I like setting my makeup with this. I feel like it does a really good job of controlling the shine. The Pro Flawless Airbrush by Sephora, number 56. It looks like this. This is what I use with the Mineral Veil, and I really like this brush. I mean, not really much else to say. It gets the job done. The Fit Me Shine Free Foundation. I don't use this as an actual foundation. What I use it for is to contour my face with. This is a darker shade. It's called Coconut. The number is 355. I use a lot of it, wow. And I just use this like that to get into like the hollow of my cheek, and then I blend it out with a brush. This is the first time I've ever tried contouring. I prefer just creams, like for eyeshadow, for foundation, for everything. So I didn't really want to try a powder for contouring. So this works pretty well. This highlighter in the color Lilac Petal, and I'm pretty sure this is an e.l.f. product. I actually don't know though, because it kind of got rubbed off, like all of the words, so I'm not really sure. I think I got this from Target though. I think it's an e.l.f. product, but I use this just, you know, like on my cheekbones around here. It's a little bit light, so I wouldn't recommend this to anyone who has a darker skin tone because it's a little bit too light on me. So it's, you know, not necessarily friendly to women of color. A lipstick by NYX. It's called Pumpkin Pie. I got this because I'm always on the search for a good nude for my lips. It's a little bit light, but I like that. If you don't like your lips to look a little bit lighter, then I wouldn't recommend it. It's very creamy and shiny, so you know, it works. Just kind of as an everyday lipstick. Going along with the theme of nudes, a nail polish by Essie. It's in the color All Eyes on Nudes, and it's part of the Cashmere Matte collection. I am wearing it on my nails right now. You'll notice that it doesn't really look matte. It's very shiny, and that's because I got my nails done at a salon, and they used a top coat that was glossy, which I didn't really mind. I mean, I really like the color. I think maybe next time what I'll do is bring in a matte finishing coat as well, just to see what the effect is. I've never really been into nudes. I really like dark colors, bright colors. I like pops of color in general. This is nice. It's a little more understated than I usually go for, and I'm liking it so far. The last makeup product that I'm going to list as a favorite comes from the Urban Decay Naked palette. I'm just kind of acclimating myself to it because I'm not huge on eyeshadow. I never have been, but I've heard so much about Naked, and I feel like if I'm going to get into using eyeshadow, I might as well go with something that is trusted and well known. The color that I specifically want to talk about is called Smog, which is right here. I really like this eyeshadow as an everyday kind of look. It's not too dark and not too light, not too shimmery. I can just sweep it on my eyelids and go. It almost looks like I'm doing a smoky eye, but I'm not. So that's it for my makeup products. I think for jewelry, my favorites, I'm wearing both of them today. First would be these hoop earrings. If you know me, I have been looking for hoop earrings for a very long time. I love them. I haven't had them for some reason in a couple years because all of mine broke or got lost. I got these from Buffalo Exchange in Denver. And I like them just because they've got like these ridges across the bottom, which, you know, makes it a little bit different than the typical hoop earring. This ring, which you can't really see very well, I received this as a gift for graduating from college. Yay! It's not, you know, like your typical ring. It's a little bit gaudy and sparkly, which is my personality. It's an opal center with pink sapphires around it. And I really like it. It's really hard to tell what it looks like on this camera. The last fashion related item, this sweater that I got from the Buffalo Exchange in Denver as well. I just love this thing. I don't wear it a lot, and that is a sign of how much I love it, because I don't want to play it out and I want it to be special every time I wear it, which is kind of cheesy. It's fuzzy, first of all, okay? Bringing out that 90s flavor, you know? I think we all had some fuzzy sweaters, you know, in the 6th grade or so. Maybe 5th or 4th. It's this really pretty light blue, and it also has some shine to it. Like, it kind of sparkles, shimmers. Can you see that? Ooh. I saw this in the store and I just knew I had to get it. It's definitely my kind of flavor. The next few favorites I have are music and TV shows that I've been watching a lot. I didn't list any movies just because I haven't honestly been watching very many movies. I recently saw that movie Cake with Jennifer Aniston, and it was, yeah, it was okay, but I'm not good enough for me to list as a favorite. I honestly wouldn't have paid money for it either. Like, I think I would rather just watch it on Netflix, but whatever. I have 3 items for music. So the first is, well, first of all, let me just backtrack and say that I have been on like this blast from the past lately with my music, and I've just been downloading a bunch of old things like Tegan and Sarah and Rilo Kiley, the Lumineers, which isn't that old, but I just didn't have it on my iPod. One song that I'm just loving right now is Living Room by Tegan and Sarah, and it's very specifically a live version. Let's see, it's called the Moog Sound Lab session. I will post a link to that down below. It's just beautiful. With Tegan and Sarah, I sometimes prefer their live and acoustic sets of their songs a lot more than their recorded versions. I feel like they have this quality to them that is kind of missing sometimes in their recorded albums. Not to say I don't love their recorded albums, because I do. Will Smith's EP that she released in November, it's called 3. It has 3 songs on it, and let me tell you, it only costs, I think, like $2 or $3 on iTunes. Please go out and buy that. It is so, 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 so good. I'm so impressed that this 14-year-old girl is way cooler than I'll ever be, because the music is just dope. It's like kind of trippy, kind of soulful. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just good, and you should listen to it. Third music item isn't really music, but it is something that I did download and put onto my phone, a lecture by Alan Watts called The Real You. It's really an uplifting, very spiritual little 5 minutes. It's just been coming up a lot on my iTunes, you know, and I feel like that's a sign. It's a Netflix original, and it's so, so, so good. It has 2 seasons, and in both seasons have maybe 5 to 6 episodes, so it's really short. You can get through it quickly. If you're into like that whole murder mystery detective type show, which I am, is dope. Very feminist, has very strong feminist tones, bringing up a lot of gender issues. I'm not even gonna lie, like at first I didn't like the main character. I thought she was way too harsh and too cold. She's played by I think her name's Gillian Anderson. She's from X-Files, so you'll recognize her from that. It kind of made me confront my own sort of misogynistic views, you know? Which is cool because I already identify as a feminist, and I love it when something can make me think twice about my own views. Grey's Anatomy, I'm so obsessed. I am in the 3rd season right now, the beginning of the 3rd season. Oh my god, the end of the 2nd season crushed me. I felt deflated and I cried for about an hour afterwards. I'm a really emotional person. It's rough. It's so good. So, so, so good. I'm just loving all these little medical dramas, and I like that it's got all of like the personal dramas as well. You know. Pretty Little Liars. I've just started this series. I've heard a lot about it. My college roommate Tatiana is obsessed with this show, and I kind of, you know, I kind of judged her for it because I thought it was just like this dumb kind of teenage girl show, which it kind of is on a lot of levels, but I'm okay with that because it's also definitely got that mystery murder flavor, which I love. It's funny because I feel like with Pretty Little Liars, I relate to it on this like really basic high school kind of level, which, you know, isn't necessarily bad. And then with Grey's Anatomy, I feel like I connect with the characters on the level of like entering adulthood and trying to find your way, you know? Really weird contrast. So yeah, those are my favorites for this month. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you guys are into. I love discovering new music and new TV shows especially. So let me know what you guys are watching and listening to. Bye! And I just felt like the shoes looked really, really awkward. And I was like, there's no way this is right. And guess what? I Googled it. And I was right. I was putting them on.